This is a submission for Module 2. I had the first two sets of activities, which would be your project management activities and your site activities. For the resources for the project management activities, I have your project engineer, your postage, your project manager, your human resources, project scheduling, your general contractors involved. It's all of the paperwork before the construction starts, a lot of the contracting and things like that. And then when it goes into site, there's dozers involved, and your laborers. You have surveyors, and you have soil engineers, and your lab fees that would come in when you do soil testing.
Hello everyone, this is Jason Aladdin, report looking after the superstructure and substructure. So that being said, I used the square footage estimate. So pretty much what I did, I got the square footage for the building, I got the linear footage for all the perimeters of the building, and I went on and did the research to try to get the square footage cost and the durations for all these, and I added a day or a day and a half. It's a fluff in case anything goes wrong. We have a bad weather day or any incident on the job, so you always need a day or two just to include in your estimate, to be on the safe side. Later on, when we discover what's the critical path, we'll be able to refine those durations, and we'll be able to move things around a little bit more. But for now, I was trying to be on the conservative side of things. As per the estimate cost, the same thing. There's a wide range. Depends on the state, depends on the time of the year, depends on the contractors. So therefore, and the complications of the projects, of course. So therefore, I was just trying to be for the range. If it's like between, let's say, $4 and 10, I was gonna go with that $8, $9. So on a higher price part of things, just to make sure that I'm including everything and not missing any of the cost. The resources, I included all the manpower that's required for the activity. I know that there's a lot more that involves in an activity, but I just don't want to go in details. Every activity is gonna require maybe a truck, a labor, maybe two iron workers, a crane every now and then. So when it comes to that, maybe we can use the same crane for on the project. Maybe we're gonna put a tower crane. Maybe we're just gonna use a mobile crane, and that will determine that later on. But
I have mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, as well as special equipment. So obviously, electrical is coming from our electrical subcontractor. We did some research on the duration, as far as time, how many days it would take, and also how much cost for a project of this scope. Same with mechanical, that's coming from HVAC subcontractor. We did some research on the duration and cost and put some values there. We do have some prime contractor or general contractor provided labor for the installation of insulation, as well as some installation of some special equipment and some functioning of some special equipment. So we've got some labor hours and durations, as well as costs for those.
Hi, my name is Hayes Barber, and for my piece of our project this week, I worked on interior completion and about half of the signage. For resource, all of my projects really were focused mostly on just manual labor. There's no real specialty required, nor any significant equipment other than what would normally be available. For duration, I used numbers that seemed reasonable to me, and then for cost, I did reference the base bid sheet for that. And there are a couple items that I added together, but most of them were available right there directly on that. And that concludes my piece of this week's assignment.
Hello, we're back at week 2 for my portion with the landscaping, the driveways, and pavement. Really kind of simple here. We've just added our resources and our durations and costs. Most of mine is going to be subbed out to obviously a landscaping company and the civil work as well. In the first week, depending on the um, sequence of the activities, the landscaping should be done probably in the first week or so. Pretty simple stuff. The next, with our civil work, is actually going to be quite a bit more duration. There's a lot more work that's going to be involved with the form work and setting up for the pour, and then having the concrete actually set. Um, but yeah, so that's my portion for the week.